Hey everyone, welcome back to Legends of Podcasting. I'm Stuart.
I'm Ross.
I'm Rob.
And we're for episode 2 of She-Hulk. So first episode of the show last week was a great origin story. Thought it was a very great sort of way into
It was really fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, a very fun. Like, so it brought out sort of Jen's personality, I thought, quite a lot. Like the way she sort of didn't take it too seriously. How serious she is about her career, because she doesn't want to be a Hulk, and all this like conversation with Bruce.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you've got to be a superhero now. She's like, no.
Bruce also had a really good point in that as well, which is like, all of his friends are gone.
Yes.
Who's going to protect the planet now? You kind of, you don't want to be a superhero, but you've got the power, now you have to find a responsibility.
Yeah, and
so
as soon as people find out about, which now obviously they have because of the courtroom, that people are going to come after her anyway. They're like, oh, a Hulk? Well, we'll see if I'm... Either am I strong enough to beat her, or she must be a superhero because the other Hulk is, so I'm going to try and stop her. So that's quite a cool thing. Really cool bits I think with Bruce and like him talking about the blip and like him and Tony building the bar and everything.
Surprisingly deep moment in that.
I mean, like, you never get like it's the same with what I really love the Hawkeye show is you got a show. I know this one isn't focused on Bruce, but you get moments of just being able to listen to them what they've been through from someone else's point of view. So when like Kate was talking to Hawkeye and you get all this post stuff about what's happened and obviously Nat's death that he hasn't dealt with and all those wicked moments for Clint.
And you see Yolanda blip and come back in a second
and
everything's changed. So just seeing it from that point of view and stuff.
Yeah, well, that kind of stuff was really interesting.
The bit that got me was Hulk was saying how Tony used to swing by to the bar and he'd spend endless hours getting drunk and complaining about Steve. That's because Steve was his best friend and he doesn't know how to deal with that. When it was obviously during Civil War. Yeah. During the breakup.
Well, it was during the blip. So it was when he went.
Because that was the first thing he said when he came back, wasn't it? He goes,
"I needed you.
You said you'd be there and you weren't there."
Yeah.
And we lost.
Yeah, they had this massive. Right, I literally was watching Endgame yesterday, so I remember that very well.
It's like dealing. That whole thing about Tony couldn't pick up the phone, but at the same time, dealing with his feelings about that. So it's like stuff that we didn't get to see.
You literally have the beginning of Endgame is literally them two butting heads, and then Tony goes into a sort of dehydrates, so he goes into like a sort of, I say coma, but he's like passed out in bed, and then they go into space and kill Thanos. Yeah. Spoilers, you haven't seen it.
It's everybody in the world.
If you're watching this, you haven't seen Endgame yet, you've got problems, man.
Stop watching Top Gun.
And then there's literally that 5-year gap, and they don't speak, and that. Him mentioning that,
getting those filled-in bits is
it brings so much more weight to when him and Tony meet at Tony's house, and then also when Tony works out time travel and comes back and like
gives him a shield and stuff.
Meets outside and goes like resentments shit and I hate it, and it turns out that we need to work together and we're friends. We are deep down friends. I was like, makes so much that line so much more permanent.
Gives it more meaning.
Yeah, it's great.
It's how clear how you never see. I know the two of them had sort of good chemistry in Avengers, but you never see Tony and Bruce interact.
They're like mad scientists, man. I could have had a whole show about the first Avengers film, the second Avengers
apparently
film.
they had all this going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, the first Avengers movie of them just hanging out in the lab together. Second one where they're trying to just take the stuff out of the scepter. Like making Vision. Like there's loads of cool moments, and you don't get to see that again because Hulk disappears for ages. Anyway, you had that. You had to talk about Captain America being a virgin. I don't know, he's not. And I don't know if anyone saw it, but Chris Evans reacted to it was for fucking hilarious.
The other meme as well, where it's Captain America. Does the PSAs after he's inspired.
Yeah, it's got all the dates.
It's got all the girls from the USA short. So you're on tour. It's so good.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Did you see Other V with when Jen and Bruce are training and he just punches her off the cliff and then she comes back. As she's falling backwards, she goes, "No, I'm doing a Nat impression. I'm going to go get the song."
Yeah, shit, no.
That's not funny, man.
Oh no, you can't say that.
My favourite non-meme one is the fact that apparently Steve met Star-Lord's.
Yes, Mum,
yeah.
So
the movie.
It's like, but then we also know he slept with a USA girl on the USO tour.
Yeah. Is he Pete Bull's dad?
Yeah, is this Kurt Russell really?
That was great. I don't know when I ever picked that up on the actress as well, but yeah, very cool. So yeah, loads of cool stuff happened. It's always literally just a massive intro, which we got a lot of in the trailer. So I'm assuming now the next episode is going to be her joining this new branch.
Yeah, and then story exposition and moving it forward a bit.
Yeah, and see who, I guess we're going to meet maybe Abomination. But
the only other thing I was going to say is a lot of people agree with our thoughts that the Scaran ship that tried to find him at the start, that caused the crash, may actually be World War Hulk, or at least
that'd be the start of it.
Scar, yeah. Sorry,
his son.
I looked up before we started recording.
Yeah, Scar. Yeah, potentially. I mean, that'd be a pretty sweet way to bring it into it. So the way he says, "I really need to look into that," assuming it's going to come up. Yeah, maybe be the big bad for the show. We don't know. So I think we should jump into this episode. It's quite a short one this week, 27 minutes for the thing. So
8 minutes of those will be credits.
Pretty sure there's a post-credit scene as well in most episodes. So
first four.
Because
I know a lot of people have only seen the first four, and they say all of them have got.
Okay, cool. Credits, so. Perfect. All right, so we'll look out for that as well. So let's jump into this episode of She-Hulk. Just before we jump into this episode, I just want to thank everyone who's been subscribed to the channel. If you're new to the channel, you found us through this show, or you've been with us for a while, thank you for subscribing. We went up quite a lot over the past week, which is amazing for us. We're trying to hit 15,000 before October. We're heading over to New York Comic Con, so we'd love to hit 15,000 before then. And if you live around there, we'll come and say hello. We'll be walking around, hopefully with some customised t-shirts if we ever bother to order them. We'll see. But yeah, please support the channel if you're watching this right now and you're not subscribed yet. And if you want to support us even more, head over to Patreon, where we've got full reactions of this show as well as all the shows we react to. So let's jump into this episode of She-Hulk.
Let me get you up to speed.
Look out! You're doing the Doctor Strange impression.
My blood got into your system.
I kind of find out what that other rock went that he loves.
Eventually he comes back in another episode.
Hit the spaceship.
Yeah. I never have to be a Hulk.
Wrong! Yeah. I thought her eyes actually go green.
I had to look in the first Avengers movie, Hulk's eyes are green.
They do go green, don't they? Yeah. So let's go straight into where we left them.
Show a stunning scene from the metropolitan.
Someone actually sketched it while it happened.
She's riding. Responsible for stopping the rampage. Deputy District Attorney Jennifer Walters.
Members of the jury are calling the Green Woman a hero.
This chick, pretty decent, turned into a Hulk. She-Hulk? Exactly.
Uh-oh, that's her name.
That's for you. No. That's for somebody called She-Hulk? Give them what they want.
Here we go.
Bruce Spandex is your best friend.
Yeah.
Is this where she picks the guy up from the bar?
That could be, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'll get drunk.
No, but you have to deal with the hangovers afterwards.
Can't even exist without being a derivative of the Hulk. That's a pretty dumb name, too.
It's a little unsportsmanlike to suddenly debut superpowers just to drum up publicity for yourself.
Only you would think that.
Nepotism. You knew it.
The dickhead.
I did not go to law school and rack up 6 figures in student loans to become a vigilante. That is for billionaires and narcissists. You could be an Avenger. Do the Avengers offer healthcare?
You're Hulk, you don't get bloody ill.
Hey?
Jen, can I talk to you for a moment?
Of course, sir.
Could you go back to Jen, this is a serious conversation.
There's that alcohol. Yeah.
I'm listening, sir.
We didn't win the case. Because you saved the lives of the entire jury today, that the jury was then biased in your favor.
What was I supposed to do? Like, let them get hit in the face with a desk?
No, you did the right thing, but it unraveled our case.
I'm sorry, too, boss.
He plays it really well.
You're fired.
Wait, you're firing me?
What the hell?
Well, that's why she takes the other job then.
I'm guessing so. For the
Tony for hire.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Yeah, if you want to talk a little bit more. No gloating this time, I promise.
We can't hire a lawyer who's such a big distraction.
Sorry.
You got to Murdoch on Nelson.
That'd be amazing. They would definitely hire her, right? Surely.
Here, GGMT might be hiring. What? Jen, what are you doing? Eye on the prize. No. Family dinner right after I get fired.
There's our She-Hulk. I mean, yeah.
You shouldn't have.
Is it key lime because it's green?
You know, sugar is very bad.
You don't have to worry about getting fired. I already told everyone, so it won't be awkward.
Nice.
You got fired. Chad! I said don't bring it up. Why would I tell you to bring it up?
Got fired, but it's fine.
Well, I got promoted to manager over at the Best Buy.
Employed and promoted, right?
Wow.
That Hawkeye guy. What happens to those arrows? You go around and collect them when he's done?
Jenny, Melanie,
as a stylist.
Let's get this hair more like She-Hulk's.
Best family ever.
This is why Bruce doesn't come to these.
There's a couple of things I could use your help with before you go.
You just lift this bench.
Yeah, I mean.
That was just an excuse to check in with you.
I'm okay.
Really?
No, I'm not okay, but I'm okay with not being okay. It's just like, I hate that it got revealed in this way, like, in front of the whole world. Now I feel like I'm being punished for doing the right thing. Like, I get fired.
Like every hero.
It's about power and responsibility.
All those years of law school even before.
This isn't even the first time we've had to deal with a Hulk in the family. And you didn't destroy a city.
Wow.
Thing that you were dreading happened, but look, you're still standing. And now you get to keep moving on.
He's a good dad. Is that Ally McBeal on TV?
Single female lawyer.
I swear that's Ally McBeal on TV.
May I buy you a drink?
Can I help you?
I'd like to offer you a job. You laid out a winning case against us. Before I had it declared a mistrial, I would like you to come work for us. To be head of a new division, yes. Take some time.
I accept.
You start Monday.
Ben Walters is back, baby.
This is She-Hulk, not Jen Walters.
Yeah. And then what was it? You be all green. What's this? What's this outfit?
The one package.
Security's shit.
Welcome, Miss Walters. We just started a Superhuman law division, and I want you, well, the She-Hulk, to be the face of it. I'll expect you to be at work and in court as the She-Hulk.
Right now.
Terrific. This way, please.
Is this why they hired me? Okay, this sucks. Everyone around here is always
Point
saying
thanks.
the reason I got the job. It's so unfair. These dodos never had to deal with this on their first day at work.
What do you think about it?
I'm agnostic.
Interesting. Huh.
I'll spend the rest of the year worrying about what I just said.
Your office.
Holy shit.
It's a nice office.
The only reason they hired me is because they wanted a Hulk lawyer in the Superhuman law division. Yes. Big ass windows! Yes, a fully stocked mini fridge. I'm gonna have to buy an entirely new wardrobe just to come to work. Yeah, and you're making enough money where you can do that now.
I'm also in the Superhuman law division.
I know that guy.
Yeah, what's he
What
from?
the fuck is he from?
Isn't he the bad guy in Arrow? No.
Oh,
Prometheus.
no, yeah, the guy in season 5.
Has the whole history,
Oh, yeah,
knows everything about him.
I can't wait to take on
That guy.
whatever
That
case
guy.
you want to assign to me.
What's his name?
This is the parole of Emil Blonsky.
Hey!
Blonsky has been serving a sentence in an ultra-high security prison. There's a lot of controversy surrounding his possible release.
I have a serious conflict with
What
him
can I
because
say?
this man tried to kill my cousin, Bruce.
Yeah, that's quite alright. And has signed a conflict waiver. He would like to retain
Conflict
you
waiver.
specifically as his attorney.
I would much prefer to be assigned literally any other case.
If you don't take the case, then you don't have a job here.
Oh wow, he's that kind of boss. Ooh, which was that?
The Raft? No, the Raft's see, obviously.
I've seen this before, haven't we?
Yeah.
In the future.
Be one of the two or three.
Whoa. Can't come in like that. No superpowers inside.
Walk through.
Not Resident Evil.
Fuck, that's weird.
It's gonna get cubed up. Ugh.
Oh, the key. It's probably the cube.
Do not step past the yellow
That's where the gamma
Do not
bad guys are.
We cannot guarantee your safety. Do you accept these conditions? Sign here.
Waiting for death.
She-Hulk.
So you're gonna serve me up with some fava beans and a nice can?
Ma'am, this is a prison.
Of course.
So how come Wong keeps getting taken out?
Maybe they don't know. The cameras all over them, they must know.
Just teleport in, can't he?
Yeah, but the cameras will see him do it.
Tim Roth back, yes.
Yeah, after all these years.
May I stay?
Mr. Blonsky, I was expecting...
Abomination, right?
Yes.
Honestly, I've completely transformed myself. You know, physically, obviously, also spiritually.
Does that mean that you can't turn into the abomination anymore?
I'm simply Emil now. Russian born, British raised, with 7 soulmates that I met through the prison pen pal program that I want to start a new life with.
My cousin Bruce.
Semantics, he was of the Hulk. Tried to kill him. So let's get that out of the way. It wasn't personal. I was under direct orders from your government.
But then you went on a destructive rampage in Harlem.
Because they pumped me full of that super soldier serum.
You kicked me into a tree.
Yeah. The government gave you cause for subsequent action?
I thought I was the good guy. But I was going to be, Captain Bloody America. Now that...
What if he'll be in the Thunderbolts with him?
Your cousin is held up as some kind of hero. Where's the justice in that, Jen?
I understand your point, but the parole board's going to need to know that you feel remorse for your actions to even consider release.
I have here various haikus that I've written.
Oh boy.
To each of my victims. And
that's okay.
My tiny ears here.
If I were your attorney, I would advise you to speak truthfully from the heart.
Look, I just want to move on with my life. Live in peace on a large piece of property purchased for me by my 7 soulmates. Think you can help?
7 soulmates?
Yeah, think about it.
How many people are in the Thunderbolts?
Yeah. I mean, he just said 7 pen pals, but yeah.
Puzzle.
How do you feel about this?
Yes. New job. Yeah.
It's going to start hulking out.
Part of the deal is I
Snaps his
have
phone.
to take on Emil Blonsky. I couldn't do that without talking to you first. I mean, it doesn't seem like you hold a grudge, and you're.
It was a different me back then.
Yeah. Everybody deserves a second shot. You know, isn't rehabilitation something that we should strive for?
The way she listens from everyone.
None of that matters.
I think you're calling me to tell me you're taking the job.
I'm calling you to tell you I'm taking the job. Yes.
That's great, Jen. Blonsky wrote me a really nice letter a while back. And a really heartfelt haiku. That fight was so many years ago, I'm a completely different person.
Yeah, you are.
Perfect line.
So you're
You shoot him at the ha to the camera.
Yeah.
Big step into the world, cuz it's not easy going public. Would they
Not easy being green.
She-Hulk?
No, I love that. It's got a nice ring to it.
You coming to LA anytime soon?
I got some things I gotta take care of.
Oh, he's in space. Oh, wow. How the fuck are you getting signal?
Technology, man.
Oh, because he's not going to bring in the rest of the season, isn't it?
There you are.
They're setting up something else, though, isn't it?
Galactic roaming.
I'd like to accept your offer.
So this means you're taking Blonsky's case.
Absolutely. I've already got a winning strategy, and it is 100% in the bag.
Glad to hear it.
You might want to take a look at the news right now.
Shocking footage leaked showing the
Oh.
Obama appears to be an underground
Oh, he's from
so
from Shang-Chi. Yeah.
from prison.
That sucks.
I'm going to cut that there. Okay. So it's taking place at the same time.
So that's why she probably brings Wong in to have his word with him.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's happening alongside Shang-Chi.
It'd be interesting to see why he really wants to get out, why he'd go and do that.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Unless Wong magically hypnotised him to make him go out.
Yeah.
Wong wants to make some dough.
Yeah. Or maybe he's one of the 7 pen pals that you've been chatting with.
Possibly. Or Wong's the one that's helped him become Zen.
Yeah,
in the
could
time.
be.
Yeah, that means so. Wong next episode.
Yeah, I'm assuming the lawyer guy who didn't like him the last time was going to go up against her at one point as well.
I'm trying to think how they're going to bring Daredevil into it because he's a defence attorney, so he would be prosecuting Blonsky.
Or maybe because She-Hulk's going to be. It's going to be as She-Hulk, so maybe he comes in and be why you defending a criminal, kind of thing.
He's going to defend Kingpin because he's going to complain that someone shot him in the eye. It's like, we need to have a word.
I don't know, 4K. This thing nobody does, but you still need it. Out of clock, like, I don't know what's
So you need to do your 3 things in the house.
Touch these wires again. I understand you're hydrated, Dad, but this seems a little excessive.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, look how much is his credits.
That's what I mean. It's like you lose so much of the show by having so much of it.
Not anything. 20-minute show.
Yeah, that's a really short episode, wasn't it?
It was a good one, though.
It was, yeah, it was good. Sort of progressed the story nicely, but yes. I guess they only need what they need, right?
I did think they were going to cut Hulk out of it entirely now and only have that at the end, but if they're going to keep that plot line running throughout the whole show, it's going to be really interesting.
Well, I reckon that could be him out. He's gone now.
You think
they could be leading to a new show, but but
they could do that right at the very end.
They announced that massive long plan of shows, and I guess they couldn't because this show wasn't out yet. It was a surprise. Maybe there was a...
They did that with like Book of Boba Fett, didn't they, Disney?
Yeah.
They did announce it, and then they announced it right at the end of The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
I feel like that's him gone. We won't see him now.
And maybe we'll see another.
And then right at the very end, it will hint at something.
He's going another show,
another movie or a show or something. Would be my guess.
If he's going back to Scar, what's the planet called? Scar?
No, I can't remember what it's called now.
I'm calling
World War Hulk.
Sun/World War Hulk.
I mean, they need to do that's his best storyline out of the comics, modern age comics that he ever had, and they tried to squeeze it into 10 minutes of Thor Ragnarok, and it deserves so much more. So it'd be interesting if they could do it justice. It really would. But, it's quite interesting. Man. She's got to navigate quite a lot because she went through all those job things, and they said no, we can't hire you because you're a She-Hulk. And this guy wants it because she's She-Hulk.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Because most shows are like you don't get to see them as the superhero. They're normally their alter ego because obviously it's going to take a lot of budget to make her a She-Hulk.
You only turn into superhero.
Yeah, you only turn it when you need to. Yeah, so it's interesting that they flipped it around this way, which is quite cool. I love the way that she's just like, as she's walking through the office, she's talking to us, breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah. Yes,
it's such a comic book thing because you normally have the speech bubbles and you're reading what's in their mind, so you know what they're going through. But in a movie and show, it's hard to show that.
They kind of perfected it with the Daredevil film, so obviously brought that across.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Stop naming your superhero characters D's.
They did it quite well with Superman, though. I mean, like with his narrating quite a lot. Like narrates.
Yeah. So that's how they normally do it. So you can kind of get the feel.
You monologuing.
It's so much better when they're literally just walking through and sort of just talking to you as they see things and they're saying it, and you get to know exactly what's going through their head. It's great.
Yeah, especially because when he goes, "How are you feeling right now?" And she said that. Whatever she said, and she said,
"That's going to go back."
Yeah, because she wasn't listening to anything you were saying. He's like, "I would have read that."
Yeah,
that was quite funny. Yeah. That was quite funny.
I still think this is the best Disney shows I think so far.
Still,
yeah. I mean, it's only 2 episodes, but I'm judging it on the 2 episodes of all the others.
No, it's a good sort of. I'm just curious where it's going to go because obviously she got if Blonsky's going to be the case for the whole show, or that's like an ongoing one. She has other ones to do as well. Like if there's so many, you saw in the trailer.
Is it 9 episodes, isn't it?
Yeah, we saw in the trailers like other people coming to the office, didn't we? So there'll be other people that she has to represent and how that's going to work, and whether there's a way she's able to try and.
Well, I'm just. Because
do it so she's Jen in the courtroom.
They've set up this division for her to be the messy human sort of lawyer.
Basically, yeah.
So I'm just trying to think back through films and shows we've seen, which villains and even heroes that might be in legal trouble she could possibly represent.
It'd be interesting to see if they brought any back or they just go for new ones. I'm really nice. It's really nice to see the guy playing Blonsky back.
Tim Roth.
Yeah, Tim Roth. Because when was the Hulk film out? Like
2000. It was right after Iron Man.
Yeah, so the second movie.
2008, I think.
2009.
I think it was the same
14 years later, he's like come back to do this. It's pretty good.
It's just a shame that I think he's passed away. General Ross.
Yes.
Has the actor passed away?
Yeah.
That's
a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
unless they recast him.
Never see Red Hulk.
No, that's what I'm thinking. Like, because it would be interesting.
I totally missed that.
I think it was one first year of COVID, maybe.
Yeah. I say it was during the lockdown.
Oh man, that sucks.
Because it would be interesting to see his perspective. Because as she was saying, it's pumped full of.
He would definitely be in the show.
He would be
100%.
She'd have to call him to the stand as a witness. It'd be interesting to see what his perspective on that whole thing would have been.
Yeah, because it was such a good way because. The way he was describing it, like I was the hero against this monster, and in the movie it does come across that way because they're like, we're going to give you the super soldier serum, you're going to be us for the government, you're going to be the good guy, but obviously they pumped him for the. Well, he wanted more though, didn't he?
He wanted more, but then how much? But he already had some in the first dose they gave him, which made him stronger before he got kicked into a tree. How much of that? That's obviously the line they're going to take with this defence case is how much of that affected his mind.
Yeah, well, he did go a bit crazy, and then say, but. By the end of it, when he was in the lab with the leader, he was very much like, "I want more. I want to be able to fight."
Oh, they can reference if they bring him back, they've referenced leader, sure.
Yeah, they might.
That'd be quite cool if he's around.
It's kind of
I'm not a massive fan of the Hulk character, but I love that movie, The Incredible Hulk. I thought it was great.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of my favourites.
So good.
It's funny. So we said before they said it. It's like, it's a different man back then.
Yeah.
It's a great little cat.
Even like
and she's laughing.
I looked at her.
Yeah.
You got the red. You got the
I wish more characters did a 4-4 break.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I like the only thing when I watch it back now, I think I prefer the look of the Hulk from Mark Ruffalo. He's more I just this too dark green that Edward Norton. I love the story. I love everything. But
it's his hair and his face are so good in that movie, and the way when he's raging out, he's so good. But Mark Ruffalo to me is a green monkey. I don't like his Hulk
sure
at all.
There's some racism in there somewhere.
I just don't like his look at all. It just his face looks too friendly.
He does now, but I mean...
No, I mean, even back in Avengers...
What do you think?
Yeah, he's too friendly looking.
Okay.
Where the other one just look like when he's gritting his teeth...
He's scary as hell.
He looks fucking evil, and I love that look.
Dial up the green a little bit for me, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but the CGI was obviously older back then as well.
Yeah, they just need like...
But yeah, I think...
lighter green. But yeah, but the story was great. It sort of took so much from the original TV show that everyone loved so much. Hulk's... For me, he's a weird one, because I love the premise of the character, but before these movies, all he ever had was that TV show, which was like, it's so dated now to watch. It's like you can't watch it. It's just like I'm watching going...
Just don't watch the episode with Thor in it, Jesus.
And the Daredevil ones. There's one with like Daredevil in it. I think there's an Iron Man one as well. I think somewhere along the line. But yeah, I don't know. It's all right. We just didn't make too much sense back then. And I'd love them to do I know we're getting a She-Hulk TV show now. I'd love them to maybe do if they could have done a Hulk show back in the day, or just another Hulk movie would have been really good. Because I love him as a character, like the torment he goes through.
Because I'm sure Ross, you'll know more than I do. The right's still Universal for the character.
I think they're trying to get hold of him.
Because they
I think it's like the end of this year or the end of next year, or by next year
run out,
they'll have the rights back and they can do a Hulk movie.
Because that's what stopped it from being.
Yeah.
You'd have thought they'd have tried to do some deal like they did with Sony with Spider-Man.
Universal being
but
Universal.
maybe Universal
they did one movie, like the MCU. That Edward Norton movie's a MCU movie.
Yeah, but that was the start of the MCU.
It was done by Universal, because at the beginning Marvel worked with the studios that own. They didn't have their own studio.
Yeah.
So they worked with companies, because like Universal. I can't remember who makes the first Iron Man. Is it Universal as well? No. Somebody else, and then they work with them, and they make so much money that they then made their own studio.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't make the Hulk because they didn't own him. But maybe that's it. Maybe they're like, oh, we know the contract's going to end. We're going to get him then. We'll set him up in this show, just in the background, and then we can then go forward.
Yeah, it's just like, my favourite bits about the Hulk is like the whole bit of him, and they've gone past it now because he's like come to peace with it. So the whole bit of him trying to cure himself, and also like those moments where he's trying to stop turning angry, and then something happens and he has to, or he gets hurt and he has to turn to Hulk, and then it all goes to shit. Like they're the bits of the Hulk. I remember there was a cartoon that used to happen quite a lot.
Yeah,
he'd go and try and cure himself like nearly every episode. They nearly get there, and then something would happen. He'd Hulk out and destroy everything. It was really cool.
So I love that the university scene in Incredible Hulk.
Yes,
he's just going there to. I think he's just trying to find.
He finds the thing. There's loads of blood samples everywhere. Isn't it?
Yeah.
No, that's the end. You didn't talk about the middle bit.
I'm talking about the middle bit. I think he just goes to see Betty.
He wants to get on a computer with internet or something. That's what
he's got a sample of his blood. He's done something, or he needs to speak to Mr. Blue, who turns out to be the leader.
Yes.
So he has to go to the computer.
And then the army just turn up and just start attacking him.
And if you've seen What If,
yeah,
they do the Ant-Man episode.
Yeah, when he blows himself
up.
Yeah,
it's just fucking gross.
It's gruesome. But yeah, no, it's a shame. But so it'd be interesting with this one. What they do with, especially with her, how she. I'm really curious on this show. So going back to the show, how because she obviously doesn't want to be She-Hulk for her job. So how she can swing that around at the company, being like I'm better as Jen.
It's the same thing Bruce had to deal with. It's like she doesn't want to be She-Hulk. Fine, but bring the two pieces of herself together.
Yeah, but I mean, you could argue that like he got that case thrown out because she turned to She-Go and saved the jury, so they were all biased. Surely, if she's the lawyer and she's seen as a hero, that the jury are going to be biased anyway. Like, oh, She-Hulk, well, she's obviously a good person. She wouldn't be representing anyone bad, so let's definitely side with her when we're voting. I don't know.
I'm curious to see what they do with the Abomination, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Will that case go on, or they're like, well, no, it's not anymore.
Well, yeah, it'd be interesting to see, like as you say, now it's the footage came out of him in Tokyo, or
we've seen Wong in the trailer, so I'm assuming she's going to drag him in to.
But how did she get hold of Wong?
He's the Sorcerer Supreme.
Cool. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the Yellow Pages. Sorcerer Supreme. I just call that number. Yeah, hey Wong. Yeah,
I was going to say she can talk to Bruce, but if he's out of the picture, maybe she has to go to New York and just go to. Everyone wants to know where the Sanctum Sanctorum is. So.
I guess. I mean, you could probably find Bleecker Street address maybe and call them up. I mean, she might have connections through her company.
Well, Peter just turned up in No Way Home. He just turned up the front door, didn't he?
Yeah.
He didn't know where it was before. Surely she can do the same, right?
I don't know. Well, we know he appears in her office, so maybe, I don't know. He just has a word with him about why. I'm curious. I'm always curious since I've watched Shang-Chi as well. Why Wong brought him Abomination into that and fought him.
Well, I suppose that's the thing. Is like because we know he takes him back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So she'll just go back to the cell and ask him, and he goes, "Oh, Wong," and then you're like, "Oh, I need to have a word with this Wong."
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to find out why.
Why he decides. So whether they say whether
I'm gonna
one
say
of the pen
that
pals.
Maybe he was training him as a backup during a blip.
I mean, the Zen thing could be, as you say, training through.
Yeah, but the Zen thing is to try to make him calm and not need to be Abomination, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you can control your inner self like the way they tried to like Steve.
Yeah, but why do you need to go and do a fucking brawl in?
No, I get. That was just a bit of fun, but the whole point of like going to no, what the fuck is it called? Place where strange trains.
Madripoor? Was it Madripoor?
No, I think it's blown up in.
Oh, in Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Yeah, but the reason he went there is Steve because to stop his hand shaking, right? So maybe it's to zen him out. So maybe he did the same thing. I don't know. Fuck is it called?
Camouflage.
Thank you.
They weren't in camouflage.
Especially.
Yeah, but maybe for the 5 years Wong's been taking him there and training him up. Possibly. I don't know.
It could be that.
We'll find out next episode.
During the blip, Wong, when he was Sorcerer Supreme, saw a need to have more heroes around. Thought, Blonsky's about. I'll try and make him a better person. He can be a Hulk replacement. Where was the Hulk during the blip? He was getting better, wasn't he?
He's in Mexico.
Yeah, getting drunk.
Well, not getting drunk, and then I love the bit where She-Hulk was down in those drinks at the bar.
No, she told you.
She's like, whoa. Now I'm fucked. That's genius.
Wow, imagine if you had more. You've got to be really careful. You've had more alcohol than human body can handle, and you just immediately get alcohol poisoning when you switch back.
I mean, you'd
be horrific.
Potentially, yeah. I guess does it go out of your bloodstream after a while? I don't know.
Do you reckon the guy that plays Adrian Chase, or do you reckon he'll be a bad guy?
I don't know. That's a bit typecasting, isn't it?
He always looks. To me, he's always going to be evil.
Must have brought him in for a reason, right? Because he's obviously
a character.
He's not
a lawyer. I don't know who he is. Maybe a nicer guy than the other guy in the other office. Oh, you're not an absolute dickhead. Okay, great. Yeah. Maybe love interest. You never know.
Into war.
I don't even know like Jen's love interests are in the comics, so could be. Cool. Looking forward to next week's episode.
Yeah.
So everyone, that was episode 2 of She-Hulk. I'd love to know what you think about thoughts, but let us know and what you think is going to happen in the next episode. If you're watching this right now and you're not a subscriber, please click the subscribe button. The only way we can make this channel grow is with your help. So please click the subscribe button, try and get us to 15,000 subscribers. It would be amazing. We're also on Patreon as well, so if you have full reaction of this episode as well as all the other shows we do, head over there, you'll find full reactions on Patreon. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, links in the description below. And we also do a podcast. If you want to listen to podcasts, type in Listen Podcasting, and we'll see you for the next episode of She-Hulk.